According to the National Resource Defense Council, approximately 40% of all food produced in the United States goes to waste. In 2010, Americans threw away 133 billion pounds of food, with an estimated net worth of over $130 billion. In fact, wasted food generated by universities alone is estimated to be over 1 billion pounds per year. To bring these statistics to a more relatable level, the average American discards around 300 pounds of food each year. The top contributors to food waste are dairy products and vegetables. In response to this food waste epidemic and our nation's rapid exploitation of our resources, the University of Georgia Dining Services has taken a multitude of sustainable initiatives to alleviate their environmental impact. The UGA Dining Services sustainable efforts include switching to trayless dining, providing only biodegradable or reusable products, composting food waste, reusing or donating extra food, and reusing water.
Our goal is to be able to get to that point that we are not overproducing. What we produce get taken and get eaten. Things like this is always something that is being asked by a customer base. So the more students that ask is something that we really look into it. And this has been going, like I said, it's been going for the past 10, 20 years. So the more people ask, so we are doing more and more and more. And we're learning how to do it efficiently. They're always motivated by the student body. What the students want to see, what the students think that the school should be able to do for the environment and where they are.
When we used trays, we determined that it was an opportunity for students to add more food to their plate than they could really eat because it was a large tray and they could stack different plates on it. We did a study before when we used the trays and then after when we used the trays, and we determined that we saved between, I believe it was between 400 and 600 pounds a day of food waste. We had stacked up in the dining commons 50-pound bags of rice to show the students that this is how much waste every day that we save by not using the trays. And when we pulled the trays, initially there were concerns from the students, but after they saw how much food that was being wasted and being saved, everybody bought into the idea of the trayless dining. The food waste will collect into a trough, and it's running water in the trough. So it sweeps it through the trough into a unit that grinds it up, and the pulp comes out of a chute into a trash can, and after it fills, it's put into an area where the university will come and pick it up in a special truck that they have, and it's used for compost. There are no PCs that go in there. It's just all, it's either paper or food waste. Well, everything that's on the serving line, according to the health code, must be thrown out at the end of the night. So that will go into the pulper system. Leftovers, we either serve some leftovers the next day, or we have some that go to a service called Full Plate. They're a United Way organization that distributes food to different organizations. Items such as fried chicken that have already been cooked but have not been put on the line, that were cooked and were about to be served but were never served to go on the line, those will be the type of items that will be given to Full Plate. Breads, leftover pastries, things like that. There's still probably a good 4 or 5 days of shelf life with those products. Probably pound-wise per day, maybe 40 or 50 pounds that would possibly go to the Full Plate organization. There's very little food waste that goes into the trash bins that are emptied. It's probably a 75 to 80% recycle to a 20 or 25% trash. We have a way to prevent water waste with the pulper system. Water is recirculated for a certain period of time. It will add a little bit of water to it occasionally. There are chemicals that are put into the water that helps keep the water clean. And also with our dish machine, the water is continuously going through the dish machine. It's changed out also twice a day, but we don't have to fill it up every single time we send dishes through it. So we save from washing dishes by hand and having to change the water out, add more water. It saves a tremendous amount of water.